Right. Good evening, Year 9. I hope you're keeping well. It's good to talk to you again, and I'm sure we'll find this short broadcast very helpful. Listen, just to remind you that your homework is situated in this lesson here. So when you go to Google Classroom and click on lesson 15th September, you will find the homework here. So that is where it is. You need to finish off activity 1. Activity 1. Okay. Listen, I promised that I would record the sound of the vocabulary, the audio for this chapter, and that is what I'm going to do now. So that is chapter 5, shopping and town. You can repeat after me. In der Stadt. Es gibt einen. Es gibt einen. Einen because it's masculine, feminine, and this is neutral. Es gibt keine, or keinen. Keinen because it's masculine, feminine, neutral. So if you put a K in front of einen, that means there isn't, there aren't. In der Nähe von. In der Nähe. Der Bahnhof. Der Imbiss. Die Kegelbahn. Das Kino. Die Kirche. Der Marktplatz. Der Park. Das Schloss. Das Schwimmbad. Die Eisenbahn. Der Fischmarkt. Das Kindertheater. Der Radweg. Das Sportzentrum. Der Stadtpark. Der Wasserpark. Again, listen to this set of vocabulary because this is what we dealt with today, and you will need to know the meaning of each and every single word on the right hand side, because that is what the homework is to do with. And when you learn the vocabulary, simply cover the left hand side and look at the right hand side and try to say that in German, and the other way around. Cover the right hand side, look at the German meaning and try to say that in English, just as you learn your spellings in P7 or P6. Let us move on. Souvenirs, that's the second lesson. You remember I told you that you need to be prepared for the lesson ahead, so you already, although you have to start learning vocabulary for the previous lesson or the current lesson, because we haven't finished this lesson yet, we still have to practice the vocabulary here. You have to look at the lesson ahead, and that is the next lesson. Der Aufkleber. This is about souvenirs and shopping. Der Aufkleber. Das Freundschaftsband. Die Kappe. Der Kuli. Das Kuscheltier. Die Postkarte. Der Schlüsselanhänger. You see, not an easy word at all. Der Schlüsselanhänger. Basically 3 parts. Schlüsselanhänger. Okay. Die Tasse. Das Trikot. Das Trikot. Wie viel kostet das? Wie viel kostet das? Es kostet 16 Euro. Right, so we're moving on to a dialogue in a shop. Sales conversation. Ich gehe einkaufen. Ich möchte kaufen. Haben Sie? Kann ich dir helfen? Sonst noch etwas? Alles zusammen. Again, look at the right hand side and double check what each expression means in German. To learn a language, it always takes time and effort. Time and effort. Do not give up right away. Right, let's move on to snacks and drinks. Die Bratwurst, der Hamburger, die Pizza, die Pommes, der Salat. A lot of this vocabulary sounds like English. Das Eis, die Cola, das Mineralwasser, der Tee, das Fleisch, der Ketchup, die Mayonnaise, der Senf. Ich möchte, ich hätte gern, das macht, ich esse gern, ich trinke gern. I like eating, I like drinking. Okay, the next part of vocabulary, summer holidays. Was wirst du machen? In order to say something in a future tense, you have to use the verb werde. Ich werde, I will do. You see, you're moving on into more sophisticated part of language because you are learning a new tense, future tense. Wir werden klettern, im Meer schwimmen, rodeln, im See baden, segeln, an den Strand gehen, tauchen, Windsurfen. Was kann man dort machen? Modal verbs here. Modal verbs. A slightly more complicated use of language. What can one do? Okay, there. Man kann. But the verb goes to the end of the sentence, unlike in English. People you can visit. You can visit. You see, the verb is at the end here. It's at the end here as well, but you can visit neighbors. Neighbors will be at the end here, whereas neighbors, Nachbarn for example, will be here in the middle. Die Stadt ist bekannt für. Ich werde eine Woche bleiben. And vocabulary that we will be using in this chapter will be am Montag, am Dienstag, am Mittwoch, am Donnerstag, am Freitag, am Wochenende, which is the time high frequency words. Sehr, nicht sehr, ziemlich, immer, nicht immer, oft, nicht oft. Nie, alles, dort, teuer. You will find out that those frequency words are always placed behind a verb. For example, ich gehe oft schwimmen. Ich gehe oft schwimmen. So repeat the vocabulary as many times as you can. Listen to my sound as many times as you can. Whenever you go walking, running, watch the vocabulary, look at it, listen to it, repeat yourself, work with that, and that is how you retain the vocabulary in your head for days and months to come. I wish you best of luck, and I hope to see you on Friday, second last period. Tschüss!